I was first introduced to malting when I started asking questions about where malt came from. What I found very quickly was that a lot of the malt that the amazing brewers and distillers and bakers in the region that were using malt were getting was far outside the region, thousands of miles away or on other continents. Through those questions, figured out where malt was coming from, and then started asking more questions as part of the journey to really understanding what it was and how it could be made to support the local craft beer and food industries. My name's Mark Brault, and I'm the President and Chief Maltster at Creek Malthouse. To me, what's really special about craft malt is the fact that we're doing something that hasn't been done in a really long time, and we're doing it in a way that it hasn't been made in a long time. In general, it's not a process that lends well to industrialization. There are a lot of really large commercial malt plants that make malt on a much larger scale than what we do, but we make it the traditional way on a floor, and we turn the grain on the floor by hand with shovels and rakes so that we can be more in touch with the product. There's also a lot of variables that are hard to control, so there is a lot of feel, a lot of touch that are required in order to be able to make malt to the specifications and the quality that we're trying to make. So we would like to be able to create malts that were produced from grains that were grown locally, but not at the cost of quality and flavor. That's really important for us to be able to produce malts that craft brewers and distillers who are setting the bar high in terms of what they expect for their products, for us to be able to supply them with an ingredient that they can use. We're trying to innovate in a variety of different ways. At the most basic level, it's really just questioning the status quo. Trying to make things that brewers haven't had access to before, whether it's malting different types of grain, or trying to create unique color and flavor profiles that they may not have access to, but doing that in a way where we're really listening to what they want and what they need and what they don't have, so that they can push the boundaries of their craft. We do grow some hops here at Deer Creek. We have about a half-acre hop field with actually 12 different varieties. But it's really kind of a hobby and something that we've done just to experiment and see, much like we did with barley, what grows well in this region. We've barely scratched the surface in terms of what we're trying to do. It's something where I wake up every day extremely excited to do, and sometimes it means working 36-hour shifts and sleeping in a barn. But it's a very rewarding thing, especially when you get to see the fruits of your labor in a glass, in a pint, or in a bottle from a distillery, and really understand what it took for at least one component of the ingredients that went into that product. That in the end is all that we can do, is try and make the best malt that we can and then put it in the hands of the best brewers and distillers and bakers and letting them do the rest. So I don't see myself stopping making malt for a long time until we can achieve a lot of the goals that we've set for ourselves.